So I'm going to have to play a little bit slow here, but I'll have a little bit of exploration happening. We have plenty of places that we can expand to. Okay. So that's unexpected. I wasn't ready for that. That could have been really bad if an archer walked up at the same time. Let's push you there. Shoot that guy. We are going to grab a trader because I need gold. I'm going to be trading with Kabul. What is their mission? Their mission is construct an encampment. That could happen. Probably won't for a while. You're going to heal up there. You're going to hang out here defending. Hey Potato, how does war exhaustion work? I'm not very new to the game, but I've never really got it. Basically, every time a combat happens inside or outside of your territory, you get this debuff currency, I guess is a way to describe it. You get these points added to a score that your game keeps track of. And the more the score you have, the more war weariness you get. And that war weariness comes in the form of negative amenities. It's actually pretty... Actually, I don't think you get war weariness in the early game, so it's probably not a big deal. It's only really a big deal when you're playing. Okay, I agree with this playthrough. I watched the whole Rome expansion series and I was surprised how long you lasted. Even when you win this combat, yes, any combat at all just gives you war exhaustion. That's how combat works. Even if you're winning, fighting takes something out of you. So now I need to get the currency to be able to fund my empire. That's why I'm building the trade route to get the boost to it. We're going to recruit our religion guy. Do I want this to be my holy site? I guess this isn't a terrible place to have my holy site. I'll found my religion. Alright, let's choose our religion. Let's see. Warrior monks, meeting house.
Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew.
Zerg Serenity, thank you very much for following. So Zoroastrianism is these. Food, science. Okay. So it looks like we actually have some pretty good options here for our religion. I'm playing as England, so I'd like to I guess I can't found Protestantism. I will use the Islam. Oh, I can't rename a religion? Oh. I will use a snake, and we will call this Anglicanism. Is there a better icon for Anglicanism? The snake will do. So, some good choices here for our Eastern Orthodoxy. Too late. I have some options here. Jesuit education is a pretty good one, especially if I'm going for some sort of tourism win. I can purchase out districts and stuff like that. Choral music is really, really nice as well. It gets you through that civic tree really, really fast. Zen meditation isn't so good. So really, it's a choice here, in my opinion, between choral music and Jesuit education. And I think... Agon. So I'm thinking there's already plenty of things for me to spend my faith on, and choral music just makes generating more faith better for me. And I think I want to go for church property then, because what that will allow me to do... Defender of the Faith is also really, really good. I could also go for some sort of spread. But I think church property has some really, really good long-term value. And especially, it has a lot of value right now for my civilization, because I am negative gold. But now that I have church property, 2 cities will be following my religion. I'll get a bunch of era score. And when I click here now, I'm positive gold. So that's solved some problems for my empire doing that. Can't wait till you get partnered, or at least options for video quality. 1080p has such a long buffer time. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I guess I could theoretically lower the stream down to 720 the next time I stream. I'll see if I can do that, and maybe that'll work better for people. Since a lot of people seem to be complaining about it. But now I feel comfortable upgrading my roaming archer and then garrisoning him in this city so that I'm well defended. You don't need to have a garrison in every city. You just need to have a garrison in cities that might be attacked. So there's the kill. Very nice. And we're going to hold there. You're going to keep shooting this guy because you're just trying to farm experience so that you can keep leveling. I will do mutual open borders. You should pay me, though, 1 gold per turn. Mutual open borders increases your relationship with that person, so that's a really nice thing to do. Also, I really like settling my cities on hills because it means you can shoot over other hills. This is going to get me another promotion on this guy. We are going to shoot here. I need to send an archer down this way to clear this out. I'm going to bring my warrior over there as well. Okay, this warrior is providing defense, so I'm going to bring him. I think it's settler time. Sometimes adjusting the bitrate helps as well, but this is still worth the watch. Yeah, I'm sorry. It'll come out on YouTube in the not too distant future. Now, I could trade with Muscat. That's a pretty far away trade route through a lot of territory that I don't control. So I'm going to trade with Kabul because I value 1 production over 2 gold. And this trade route is also a lot safer because it goes through mostly my own terrain. So that was kind of like the logic behind those decisions there. Let's see, we are building a granary. You're staying there. Does Teddy want to get peace? I don't know. What I want to know is it viable for me to go settle out over here? Because that would be really, really nice if I could settle over here and make more problems for Teddy and really box him into this corner. So I'm going to take the volley promotion. I want my archers to do a lot of damage because it helps keep them relevant into the middle. I have to liberate that city-state. Shoot there. You go there. So this looks like a viable place to settle. Okay. That's kind of annoying because I was trading there. I'm going to get less value from Kabul. So even though this isn't safe, I'm going to trade with Muscat because I do have a unit on that route that can help protect that trade route. Kind of upset about that. I was hoping to get that trade route with Kabul going. I'll have to conquer this city and liberate it because I really want Kabul on my side because he was providing me really good benefits. Okay, you can just go fortify there. Okay, now I need to bring these units down to kill this barb encampment, because I also want to settle over here. No. Let's make sure we make him pay for pillaging that. It's okay, we got most of the value out of it, which was the tech boost. It would have been nice to get the money out of it too. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work that way. So we can now build theater squares, which is really, really good. We are going to build... What do we want to go for? I think I'd like to get theology pretty early. I'm going to put 1 unit into Muscat to get the +4 gold. Hey, you have iron in London? Oh my god, I do. Oh, well then I'll get a builder. Because then I can go for swordsman. Which will help with my early game defense. Alright, you jump up there, you can take care of that guy. You're scouting out over here. If they go for this guy, we're gonna punish them. We're gonna make them suffer for trying to get this kill. At least that's the plan.
Potatoes.
Anchor S is now following. Thank you very much, Anchor S. Appreciate it. This is not quite a kill, so you're going to have to come out and shoot here as well. You should take some hefty damage, but you should be able to retreat as well. He's going to do 30 damage. Yeah, so you should survive. To scout in here a little bit. Yeah, this actually looks like a decent place to settle. I'm going to settle in here with this settler. Do a little bit of scouting. Let's shoot that guy. And we'll go to the next turn. Okay, let's make peace. I probably could have farmed Teddy for more experience, but I think peace is a reasonable thing to do. So it looks like I can, if I settle maybe like right here, I can totally take this area as well, which would be really, really obnoxious. I think in this particular game, it looks like I have a lot of land, So going for Ancestral Hall wouldn't be bad, but this particular city is really, really bad at building those things. So I might be better off going for Audience Chamber, because it's going to take the city a hell of a long time to build that. I think this is better. Like, it's going to take 29 turns to build this. I think... I mean, we'll probably get some value out of this, but we might get more value out of this. The +1 amenities and +4 housing and governors is nice. I don't want to deal with the loyalty, though, especially since I'm already starting to have a few loyalty problems, so I'm just going to go for Ancestral Hall. Well, of course, mate, was looking forward to you coming around here, Twitch. Hey, thank you very much, dude. What's the map size or general options you picked after, for this run? The map size is standard, 8 civilizations, randomly picked civilizations. Even my own civilization was randomly picked. And the... that was more or less all the noteworthy things to say about the options. There was nothing special. I did Legendary Start. That was about it. But otherwise, it's basically just a vanilla game. So I'm thinking of running up here. I just want to know a little bit more. Yeah, if I settle right here, that will completely ruin America's day, and then I can focus on settling down here. It's more open land. You can see, look, I don't think there's anybody down here because I'm not getting any loyalty debuffs, so I feel like I have plenty of time to do this. I also feel pretty safe moving this guy out on his own because I have a truce with Teddy. You're just going to fortify there. Hey, how's it going, Karaoke Machine? Yamashina. I am the machine. Community. Unit needs order. So I'm just going to peek up here a little bit. You're going to cross there. And then I'll come back with you to protect that settler. Shoot that guy there. Explore here. So it looks like there's some coastline down here. So I'm going to want to settle towards this guy, this area first to secure this area for myself. Let's shoot there. Let's go there. Let's backfill this information in here in case there's any more barb camps I need to deal with in here. Oh, Potato on Twitch. Aye, awesome. How's it going, Mako222? There will be a YouTube video coming out soon. Of me playing Russia on completely vanilla settings as well. I've tried a TSL Asia with Indonesia and early settler embark mod. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, Indonesia on the TSL Asia map is a lot of fun. In fact, I think that was the first Civ I played when the expansion, when they came out. I played Indonesia when Indonesia and the Khmer came out. So I have a pretty decent gold income.
Potatoes.
I can also look into getting a missionary here soon. I don't see any competing religions up here, so I could certainly push my religion into America because it doesn't look like America is going for a religion, and having them following my religion would get me a lot of gold. It would also give me scouting information about their cities. So you're going to just stay fortified there. In fact, you're actually going to come forward to protect this city, and then I'm going to need another archer at some point. We'll move you forward there. And then you're going to come back and do a little bit of exploration over here. We are producing a settler. We do have to deal with horsemen, which are a problem, but shouldn't be the end of the world. Right, you're going to come this way. You're coming out here to protect this. Yeah, this way I capture 2 copies of horses. I capture some lake tiles. I also get a new continent, which gives me a free melee unit that I can use to block here and stuff. And then you can come back this way. You're going to defend this city. I built a builder. Kabul did have a mission for me to build an encampment. This city wants me to build a galley, which is something that I'm going to do in this city because I do want the era score. I also want to generate more faith. So I am going to faith purchase a missionary. In terms of what else I'm going to build in here, I'm thinking I could go for the granary. And that would help me develop my city a little bit in terms of growth while I'm building settlers. And it's only a 4-turn detour, so I think it's a reasonable thing to do. I think I'm also going to place my theater square, and I think I'm going to place it beside my holy site. because I want to get that built probably next, actually, to get the ball rolling on that. Let's go for the... I think a builder in here would be really, really nice. So I think in order to get my production and stuff up in here, I'm going to grab just a really fast builder. Do you think the loyalty system was a good addition to the game? Yeah, I think it was a good addition to the game. Do I think it was amazing? Yeah, it was okay. I'm going to grab Moksha and put him in Sheffield so that my religious pressure is stronger, because the base ability of Moksha is just 100% religious pressure, and this city emanates +4 pressure, which means that a lot of these cities will get, you know, an extra bit of pressure towards my religion, which is nice. Okay, so I would like to improve this sheep tile. That gives me a slightly better tile to work, a little bit of production in my capital. Then I'm going to improve that mine over there. You're going to keep exploring here. You're exploring here. So it looks like this is some good terrain, actually, for seaside resorts in the late game. And that's another thing that I'm pretty happy about, grabbing this piece of terrain over here. This is some good seaside resort terrain over here as well. Quite a bit on the coastline here. If I settle like there and stuff, we can figure that out. Made online more fun so your friends can't place the city that destroys any chance of expansion. Snaky boy, that's right. Harpfire 97. Alright, we just got currency so we can improve our gold problem if we need to. However, we already have a solution for our gold problem. And now we have access to the temple, which is something that we will want to build as soon as possible in my capital. But I'm kind of a little bit split. I kind of want to wait for the Ancestral Hall before I build too much more stuff. I could skip out on building settlers for a little bit and focus on just being really economical with my cards for now. Not build any settlers for a few turns. Get out a few key buildings, like the Theater Square would be really important to get out, but the temple means more faith, and that means more missionaries and stuff, more religion spread, which means more gold, which means more other things. So I think I'm going to prioritize here. I'm not going to build a settler right now. I'm going to take a little bit of time to build a small bit of infrastructure. I think a granary is a reasonable thing to do, and I think a temple is a reasonable thing to do. I also really think the Theater Square would be really reasonable to do. Talking about loyalty, one of your cities is losing it. Yeah, it is, but it's not a big deal. Okay, this missionary wants to head up to America. I want to convert America to my religion. I am going to... What is the loyalty like in here? It's pretty stable. Okay, so that's too stable for me to really do anything about right now. Let me silence that alarm on my phone. I am going to build... I think I want to pick up military tradition so that I get the flanking and support bonuses for my units. Change governments. I'm not going to change governments. I'm going to stay in this government. This government is fine. The extra combat strength is totally reasonable. I'm going to move you one tile and then promote you with garrison. I like having... I've started using a lot more garrison archers in some of my own personal games. And they actually work really, really well because the extra combat strength keeps them relevant for a very long time. So you can be way, way, way more greedy in the mid-game with how defensive you're being. Okay, there's Qin Shui Huang. I will be sending him a delegation. Okay, nice. I got a promotion on this guy. I'm going to send him down to explore around here a little bit. Let's move you there, then take the battle cry promotion. You're going to jump inside this city. You're going to come up this way. I do want to build a heavy chariot for the defense that it offers. And you're going to keep going this way. I'm going to get you to move over to here. Unit needs orders. Go there. Do you consider playing super try hard mode and, for example, get every win condition under round 200 and play nearly optimal? That sounds like it would be not fun for me. That sounds like that would be not fun. I don't particularly get a lot of joy out of those sorts of things, so I'm not really interested in doing it. I kind of like just playing the game and just, you know, chilling and having fun and doing things. So in terms of my first government I'm going to want to get Divine Right. for a number of reasons, but we do need to get defensive tactics on the way there. And if we get defensive tactics, we may as well get feudalism. So what's likely going to happen is we're going to go like feudalism into divine right, which I think is a pretty standard way to do things. I could stop off for military training to get that one envoy on the way, and I might see if I can build a Colosseum, because I think that has a lot of value in this particular game. So this archer is going to meet up with this settler. They're going to join together. You are going to come up to Birmingham to help defend that city. You are going to stay fortified there. You're exploring so that we can see how threatened our borders are. I could probably fit another city in here, and then I would be basically untouchable from the north in terms of attacks. And I'm kind of considering it. Cross the river. So where are we going to settle? Thinking we want to settle more towards this direction, so I think I'm going to settle right there. We're going to pick up that mine. Let's make sure that we're working that. I think it's better than some of these tiles. This tile for sure, and this tile. We have pretty weak growth in here, but we do have the granary helping. I would really happy if you do. I've thought about doing it, but the more I think about it, the more it sounds like just torture, basically. Just torturing myself. We have plenty of gold, so we can purchase tiles. Well, he even got the gold over here. That's obnoxious. So let's get our religion going in here. I think we'll have to do maybe 2 spreads. We'll see what the religion map says next turn. Okay, so I could definitely settle in here, and it wouldn't be the best city ever. But what it would mean is it could mean national parks later if I just don't really develop the city and leave it. Maybe I'll just like produce builders in here slowly throughout the game and use it to use it basically as a defensive location that I fuel the rest of my empire from. But we have a lot of potential for national parks in here, so that's why I want to get my faith generation up. But I also want to be really careful where I place my holy sites. So for example, this could be a really good, if I go to the appeal map mode, this could be a really good national park. Here's another national park. So I don't want to place things that block these. Here is another national park. Then there's a national park here, but I would need a city in here to be able to own these tiles completely to be able to do that. And if I settled right here, 1, 2, 3, yeah. If I settled in this city, I could get like 3 or 4 national parks if I settled right there. So I think I'm going to settle right there. Let's get a pin down on that tile so that we remind ourselves to do that. Now we have this guy. I think I'm going to go down. I probably shouldn't have crossed the river. Probably didn't speed it up at all. But we're going to settle right there. You have 1 build charge. I would like to get an amenity online because I think I'm going to start suffering amenity problems in the not too distant future if I don't do that. And this is a mining amenity, so I will get that online. However, I would have kind of liked to chop the jungle off first because it lowers appeal. But we can do that later on in the game. But for now, we can just get the improvement for the amenity. But I don't have enough build charges to chop it and then improve it. So once we get games and recreation, we are going to go back to building settlers because we'll be just about done with our ancestral hall. Actually, out of curiosity, could I speed this up a little? Not really. There's no really great tiles for me to purchase in there. Is there a good tile in here for me to purchase? There is. I'm going to grab that horse tile because it's better than what we're currently working. That'll get this city growing and producing pretty quick. I'm going to have you fortify here. You're going to move 1 tile. Religion is spreading. I think I'm going to put 1 more charge in there. Now this follows my religion. That's going to continue to help spread my religion out here throughout the land. That's
Potatoes.
good. More importantly, that actually gave me some era score because we're fishing for a golden age. Nick Bomp is now following. Thank you very much, Nick Bomp. Hey, Potato, what is your objective for this game? We're trying to win a culture game. I'll put that in brackets, culture. Oh, I should really... Deity, culture. So yeah, we're going for a culture victory this game. So I don't want to settle in any cities over here, but the really important thing is that we have really defensible terrain with a lot of potential for the development of national parks. I really need to get a settler up there though, because the longer I wait, the higher the likelihood is that somebody else will settle it, and that would make me a very sad panda. Never mind, it's positive again? What? Okay. Okay, so we have 10 turns to get a little bit more era score. I think we can achieve that with the galley plus the spread. If I can get this to spread to these two cities, that's another... How much era score do I get for that? That is 4 era score, which would bring me up to 36 plus the galley plus the swordsman. So yeah, we can definitely get enough points here. Do I have a warrior close enough to get promoted? You can get there in 5 turns, so you're going to come back and get promoted just so we have that little bit of extra era score so that we can guarantee ourselves a golden age. Then you are going to go here, you are going to found the city, and you're going to immediately get started on a theater square because I need one of my cities to produce those. This is the city that's going to do it. It'll take you a while to do it, but that's fine. So he's a little bit upset that I settled over there. I'm going to tell him I won't do it again. I will. Don't worry. Classical era ends in 9 turns, as we'd expect. So we are going to put a mine here. I could chop this, but I think I'd prefer the production because then it's a 2-2 tile with culture, which makes it better than this. Whereas if I got rid of the rainforest, I would get the temporary boost, but it would only be a 1-2-1 tile. I do need to start using magnets to chop out, and I think once this ancestral hall is done, I'm going to build another builder and then chop out a bunch of settlers. So you wait there, you go there. When watching Civ, I sometimes try to click on something to check a stat or something, and the game is, I feel dumb. Well, I mean, if there's something you want me to show you, you can always ask. For example, we are currently making bottom science per turn. That's not a big deal. We are currently making bottom culture per turn. That's not a big deal. We have one of the smallest militaries. Not a big deal. We are currently one of the top people for religious victories, which is quite nice. So you are going to fortify there to protect that city. You're going to come down this way. We're going to go to the next turn. I think just having a few archers scattered around with the garrison promotion is usually enough defense. That's all you need. So we need 2 more era score to get ourselves a thing. So I'm actually going to slow this city down from growing, because if it grows, it requires more religion to 3 turns. I want it to take like 6 turns, so we'll do that. What if I were to just rework this 3 turns? Okay, so I need to do this. So I want it to take a little bit slower, because when a city's population grows, it becomes harder to convert, and I want this city to convert before the era is over. And so if it grows in its population, it won't convert and I won't get my era score. So it's just a little optimization thing there. Okay, so next things that we need. We would like to... I think picking up irrigation here would be good. I do have some luxuries that rely on that, right? If I can find them. There was one, I swear. Tea. I think that's what I was looking at earlier. Tea and silk. If I can get down here to settle here, that nets me 2 really, really nice luxuries. In fact, I'm tempted to settle on the silk, because then I can use most of this terrain here. Well, I can use this for a seaside resort, 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 hills, seaside resort, seaside resort. Yeah, I can get a lot of seaside resorts out here. So my next settler is going to actually take a big adventure down to here. I got my galley, which gives me the advantage of being able to explore. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to say I want open borders. You're going to pay me. Seems good. Thank you very much. Then I'm going to explore through his borders. It also increases our relationships. In fact, I'm going to talk to China. How do you feel about open borders? Would you also pay me? You'll give me 24 gold. That seems reasonable. And we'll continue on. I could build a shrine in here. I definitely want to get more faith. So we're going to rush these out, because in the next era, I'll be able to purchase builders and other things. So I'm going to look for a low population city. like freshly settled that I can maybe pop my missionary on in the next era. And also missionaries, religious units actually make really, really good scouts, so don't be afraid to use them for that purpose. Okay, Teddy is getting a lot of units, which is starting to worry me. I'm going to need to build some spearmen. And this is the city to build them in. I'm going to need some spearmen to help defend against this. Just some fortified spearmen in hills in line with my city or behind my city are enough to help deal with these guys. Because otherwise we're going to be in trouble. Okay, so we got a declaration of friendship with Teddy, so he's not going to declare war on me. Let me send some delegations. So that actually makes me less worried about his cavalry there. St. Louis, you're a little bit too old. How much pressure do I need? It's sometimes... I don't think Teddy has a pantheon, so it won't tell me how much religious pressure I need. And when I say old, I mean the city has too high a population for me to convert it. 21 turn spearmen. Yeah, no. It's going to be slow for now, but once I get the builder out and improve these horsemen, it'll be much faster, don't worry. That 21 turn is deceptive. This city is only working inefficient tiles temporarily, so that we can convert the city to get Golden Age points. We're getting passive conversion on it in 2 turns. But I didn't want the city to grow because that makes passive conversion harder. A lot harder. Makes all conversion harder, but especially passive conversion. And even if it loses my religion, I just needed to have my religion once for me to get the benefit. Now, I could go for the Colosseum. That is something I really would like to do. However, I have too much on my mind. So let's switch policies here. We are going to take out the production towards builders. We're going to take out pretty much everything here. We are going to put in production for units, because we're going to start building units soon. We are also going to be putting in the production towards settlers, and then we're going to put in the +1 production per turn, because we just need more production in general across my empire. Then we're immediately going to get started on building a settler. In fact, I'm actually going to go builder first. And this builder is going to be used to chop out some extra settlers really quick. We're generating a decent amount of faith right now, 10 per turn, which isn't awful. You wait there. I'm just going to fortify here and protect my territory. I think you are coming back to be promoted into a swordsman. Converts in so many turns. Hey, there's the Eye of Sahara. Cool. I think I might just convert this city. Yeah, I think I might just convert St. Louis, because that'll be able to push my religion up to higher areas. A settler rush. So I need to keep an eye on Persia as well. You know what I'm going to do with this missionary, actually? I'm just going to go exploring with him. Find out more. Maybe I can find some more city-states. That's something I usually neglect doing. So we just got irrigation, and we got the boost towards Reformed Church. So I'm just going to spend a bit of time scouting with the missionary. In terms of what technology I want to get next, lumber mills are going to be useful this game. So I would like to get that pretty early. In terms of technology, walls, I do need to start researching walls, because I'm going to be building walls soon. So I think if I go like masonry into machinery into castles into siege tactics, that sort of a pathway is fine. So we're going to go masonry into well, we'll just go masonry for now and we'll make that decision, but that's the sort of general pathway I want to go, so that I can build walls for the culture. I do need to get more cities out. You're going to become a swordsman for the era score. We actually have so much era score, I don't need to do this yet. We can save that for the next era.